echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. We're hoping for a little more drama than we got a season ago when the Trojans obliterated the Irish.
They absolutely laid the hammer. And the Trojans, listen, this is a team that you can count on every year now. They're starting to put their name in the hat. They've always had so much prestige, tradition. End of the year, these games, they matter. Can they deliver another statement game again this year?
I think the Trojans... such a good job getting their team's minds right. And the leaders in that locker room, they were really making sure that everyone's intensity was at a different level going into that game. No doubt they want to come out, blow out Notre Dame again, and keep the jeweled shillelagh in the trophy case.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And the Trojans are marching down the field. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And they can't make the connection. cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted this, same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Snap from the gun on third down. Pulls it in. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. You want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Got his man on the right. Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, oh man, did he take a shot. You don't want many shots like that for your quarterback. Obviously, you want to take care of him, but when you run those screens, you're trying to get people to come in quick and let him go. But you don't want him hitting your quarterback like that too many times.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? They'll try to run for it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a crease. It's Payne. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive. And now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Sam Houston. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. We prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. The glass half empty. I mean, they made that third down a bit more manageable, but not that much.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're facing a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Slips through the line. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Brockney, Eric Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Firing toward the end zone. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got it.
Oh, picked off. Touchdown, Southern Cal. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. On offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He caught it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. The RPO, it's complete. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. He's going for it all. And here's the third interception of the night. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
He wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even getting